bother you. I don't know why I felt really drawn to just say hello and talk to you guys.
Okay.
But I am a photographer, and I love just like sharing people's stories and having, you know. Yeah, I don't know if that's something you would be interested in.
Sure.
Mom, is this creepy?
Usually when somebody comes up and record us, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, I'm Kara.
I'm Kaylee. Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
That's Callie.
I'm going to see a couple photos of you and just.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool.
That'd be awesome. We usually use the timer to get family photos.
Please, just stick around. I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here with me. I know that your love is gone.
My story in a nutshell. Broken people create broken people, and I knew from a very young age that I was broken. Just uncomfortable in my own skin, always seeking attention. My parents had their own things going on, and so when they had time and the emotional availability for me, they would love me. But when they had their own things going on, they didn't have anything to give me at that time. And so I internalized that, and I sought for love in all the wrong places, of course. And I remember the first time I drank when I was 12 years old, that feeling of it, almost taking a deep breath. Finally, peace, like this is it, like this is the answer. And as a 12-year-old little girl, for the first time, I thought I felt love. And that continued throughout my life, is finding things that would make me feel different than who I was. I had all the training, all the tools, all the education in every aspect of my life, how to get clean and sober. I became a counselor, and I actually ended up running the program that I graduated from. So I was in and out of rehab. But the first time I actually completed rehab was when I found out I was pregnant with him. I never had wanted to quit giving up what made me feel good. Like, I wanted my family back because obviously they had boundaries and they loved me the best I could, but it's hard to watch somebody destroy themselves. I remember finding out I was pregnant, and this is the worst part of my addiction, and for the first time wanting to get clean. And I remember taking the test, finding out, and I had just picked up and going in that bathroom and using against my will. I had never felt like I was really, really addicted until that moment where I actually didn't want to do something and I had to. And at that point I called my mom. I was like, I need help, because I was trying to quit on my own. I went to rehab. I got kicked out of the first one. The deal was I had to complete a program to go home, and I got kicked out. So I'm homeless and pregnant at this point. But my counselors helped me get into another program, and I went to that one, and I got kicked out again. Yeah, can you believe it? No, Grandma and Grandpa showed me grace, and they let me come home even when I didn't deserve it. And they gave me a chance. They said, okay, let's try outpatient. Got in a DUI when I was 19, so I had no license or anything. I had absolutely nothing except a pregnancy and a good family.
My grandpa was making some bad choices, so they got in an argue, and then my grandpa started leaving.
Yeah.
He left and lied to me.
That hurts, huh? It's important to tell the truth. Oh, that's a hard one. And unfortunately, it took my dad having to crash and burn and making some really bad choices and really bad decisions. And I can see how many times the Lord called him and pursued him. During that time, Cash has a... Can I talk about your dad? You okay with that? Okay. He has a father that unfortunately went to prison when he was very, very young, and we were trying to establish a relationship at that time. He struggles with his mental health and stuff like that. So he's been in and out of prison, and I met him at a bad time in our lives, right? And so he got out and he's trying to get his life together and establish a relationship, and unfortunately he makes some bad choices too. And you are so special, and anybody that is going to be in your life has to do just as much work as mommy, right? And no matter what struggles we have, there's always an answer, right? It made me so proud. I was using meth. During one of those times, somebody had given me bath salts. It wasn't actually what I thought I was getting. And so unfortunately I went into a deep psychosis, and I even thought I was pregnant with the Antichrist. I had never had any children at this point. It was that bad. I thought I was dead. I thought I had overdosed on heroin, and I was gone. I called my parents, and they 5150'd me. And I lived in a chop shop in the middle of the desert. And I remember being in this state of mind, like half present, half not. Like I was full-blown delusional, but the part of me knew I was delusional. And I remember getting so scared and crying out on my knees to the Lord and saying, I'm surrendering. This was the first time I ever got on my knees. I'm surrendering, like, change the desires of my heart. I don't want to be like this, but I don't want to stop using either. Like, I'm not willing to give it up. I want my family more than anything, but I don't know what to do about this. And I kid you not, that was in August. September, I got pregnant with him. And all the horrible things that I went through, and the trauma, the abuse, the incarceration, everything, I would go walk through it all again just to be the mom and the woman that I am today. Because I would not appreciate the love and the mercy and everything the Lord has done for me without going through that bad. You can't really know what good is unless you've experienced bad. I should not be here.
You didn't know you had God with you, but God knew He was with you.
Some of the struggles you're going to have in life are because of bad decisions Mommy already made. But you have the ability to take those and be like, look, I'm going to break this generational curse, and I'm going to make a better decision than my mama. Better decisions than my daddy. Better decisions than my grandpa. And to have God just come in, and I'm actually married to her dad who left us. And he's a new man too, because he's sought the Lord. Raising 2 kids. Right as my dad left, her dad decided to step up and come back. The same month. All the needs we have, we're so scared. My mom's taken care of. Like, every need she needs, it is just provided to her because she's been faithful. His grace is sufficient, and His mercies are new every morning.
I know I just met you, but I'm so proud.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us. I appreciate it. It was nice to get to talk to somebody about this. I don't get very many opportunities except at church, so I can be more bold now
Tell
thanks to
me
you.
that your love is gone. That your love is gone. That your love is gone.